So you just got a new Mac. That clean setup screen feels nice, right? But then you think about your files, your apps, your photos, your bookmarks, and all those little settings that make your Mac feel like yours. And that is where Migration Assistant comes in. Today, we are going to walk through how to transfer files to a new Mac with Migration Assistant, step by step, in a way that feels simple and clear. So by the end, you know exactly what to do and you feel calm about it. First, let's understand what Migration Assistant actually does. It creates a copy of your important data from your old Mac and moves it to your new one. That includes your user accounts, applications, documents, downloads, browser bookmarks, contacts, calendars, photos, and even many system settings. So instead of starting from zero, you continue right where you left off. And that is powerful because your workflow stays familiar. Before we even start the transfer, there are a few things you need to prepare. You will need the administrator password for your old Mac. That is the password you use to install updates or make system changes. Also, make sure both your old Mac and your new Mac are connected to power. This process can take time, especially if you have a lot of data, so you do not want either machine to shut down midway. Then, place both Macs near each other. Connect both of them to the same Wi-Fi network. That part matters because Migration Assistant uses the local network to detect and connect to the devices. If you have antivirus software, a firewall, or a VPN running on either Mac, turn those off temporarily. Those tools can block the connection between the two machines. Now let us move to your new Mac. Turn it on and begin the setup process. As you go through the initial screens, you'll reach a point where it asks how you want to transfer your information. You'll see an option that says From a Mac, Time Machine, or Startup Disk. Choose that, then click Continue. Next, your new Mac will ask you to select a Wi-Fi network. Choose the same network your old Mac is using. Enter the password and join. At this point, your new Mac is ready and waiting for the old one to connect. Now we move to your old Mac. Make sure it is also connected to that same Wi-Fi network. Then open Migration Assistant. You can click the spotlight icon at the top right of the screen and type Migration Assistant, then press Return. Or you can open Finder, go to Applications, then Utilities, and you'll see Migration Assistant there. When you open it, all other apps will close. That's normal. Migration Assistant needs full access to your files, so it takes over the system for a while. Click Continue. It will ask for your administrator password. Enter it and click OK. Now you'll see a screen that asks how you want to transfer information from this Mac. Choose the option that says To another Mac, then click Continue. At this point, your new Mac should detect the old one. On the new Mac, you'll see an icon for your old Mac. Select it and click Continue. Both screens will show a 6-digit code. Look at both Macs and confirm that the codes match. If they do, click Continue on the old Mac. Now your new Mac will calculate how much data is available to transfer. This includes applications, user accounts, files, folders, and system settings. So depending on how much you have stored, this calculation may take a few minutes, so just give it time. Once the calculation is complete, you'll see categories of data. You can transfer everything, or you can expand each category and choose specific items. Click Continue. If you're transferring a user account, your new Mac will ask you to create an administrator password for that account. You can use the same password as your old Mac if you want. Just make sure you remember it because you'll use it to log in later. After that, the transfer begins, and now it's mostly about patience. Large transfers can take several hours, especially if you have many photos, videos, or applications. During this time, leave both Macs alone. The screen on the new Mac may dim or go black. You might see the Apple logo and a progress bar. That's expected behavior. When the transfer completes, your old Mac will show a Done button in Migration Assistant. Click it. All your data still remains on the old Mac. Nothing is deleted. On the new Mac, it will restart automatically, or you can restart it manually if prompted. After the restart, log in using the password you set earlier, and then you'll see it. Your desktop layout, your apps, your documents, your photos. It feels familiar because it's your environment, just on new hardware. Now, let's talk briefly about performance and expectations. Migration Assistant transfers data over your local network, so the speed depends on your Wi-Fi quality and the size of your files. If you want a faster transfer and both Macs support it, you can use a direct cable connection, such as Thunderbolt, which often speeds things up significantly. However, Wi-Fi works fine for most people. So overall, Migration Assistant is built to reduce friction when you upgrade. It respects your structure, your accounts, and your workflow. And if you prepare both Macs properly and follow these steps calmly, the process is very predictable. You now know how to transfer files to a new Mac with Migration Assistant. And once you do it once, the whole idea of moving to a new Mac feels much less stressful. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe to get more videos like this.